3 action here at Rattan High School. Moss Pirates versus the Silo Rebels. A Class B versus 2A matchup that is underway about 10 minutes early, thanks in large part to back-to-back run rules earlier in the day. Worcester 8-0 over Tupelo through 5, and Rattan 12-0 over Stewart through 3. Ben Ellis, Cooper Johnson putting on a hitting clinic, each going 3 for 3, each having a hit or RBIs, both hitting doubles and both hitting home runs. And they propelled the hometown Ram team to an easy victory. So far, Class B teams are 0-2 in the tournament, and they are slotted for the 5th place consolation losers bracket tomorrow. Worcester is awaiting either team here. So the initial strikeout for the Moss Pirates. One down here in the top of the 1st inning. As I alluded to earlier in the broadcast, 18 Fall Player of the Year or Pitcher of the Year quarterfinalists in action for the tournament. Got Tate Kazee here, one of our finalists for Moss. He gets the leadoff walk, so congratulations. There are a ton of players for us to scout. Give me a perfect opportunity to see the best of the best here right in front of me all weekend long at Rattan High School for their Fall Baseball Classic. Just had it in the glove and then slid and fell, so I'm going to call that a single because it was a dive, but it looked like he did have it in one brief millisecond and then just body possession kept rolling across the ground and comes flying out of the glove. So 2 runners on now for Moss here in the top of the 1st. It's a beautiful day here at Rattan High School, but it is hot. Got unlucky picking this week, but then next week would have been easy sailing, low mid 80s every day expected. So it should be beautiful weather next weekend. Left to load him up, and the Pirates threatening here early on against Silo. So surprise, surprise. Scrappy bunch with no outs recorded on the scoreboard, even though we do have some. So they get the double play, force tag at home, 1-3 toss out in first. So the Pirates will strand 3. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning with the Silo Rebels coming up to bat. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage, 2024 action of the Fall Rattan Baseball Classic. Some definite positives for Moss. They loaded them up. Silo losing their first game of the season this week in a matchup against a Class B team. Fort Cobb Roxton Mustangs defeating Silo in a tight game. So Rebels no longer undefeated. However, they are the #1 rated team for the inaugural season of Class 2A fall baseball. Got 3 classifications now for the fall playoffs of the 2A, A, and B. The vast majority of teams remain in Class B's alignment. Over 50 teams just in it alone. However, the highest ADM counts, in other words, non-football playing schools, were pushed into the inaugural class for Class 2A. Notable exception, there's a co-op between Buffalo Valley and Clayton. Usually it's Clayton Warriors. This year it's Clayton Buffalo Valley. Both of those would have been exempt. One would have been a B, one would have been an A, but combined they moved them up to 2A. So Santa Fe South, Oklahoma Christian Academy, and another team that is in this top 16. Otherwise, no surprise, the teams that are seated there, Silo, Dale, Dean, Calera, and those teams that are consistently 2A in the spring as well. Somebody will get the bragging rights for winning the first championship ever in fall baseball for Class 2A. And if things continue to play out as expected, it will be another Silo Rebel versus Dale Pirate matchup. Three Player of the Year quarterfinalists on the field today for Silo. Congratulations to Gabe Hernandez, Zane Sander, and Sam Mendenhall have made it to the top 20 for the best players in Class 2A. And speaking of which, Mr. Sander at the plate, so congratulations, young man. Our next phase for the cutoff will be announcing 10 semifinalists. Classes 2A, A, and B. Again, this is for baseball. And then we will announce 5 finalists for Player and Pitcher of the Year. I anticipate having a winner for 2A, A, and B, plus an overall winner, so we should be recognizing 5 student athletes spanning over 100 different schools. Deep shot out to center field, snags it though, 1 down. So defensive premium so far for both teams. Able to catch that one on the fly, shifts over to center field, snags it. Otherwise, potential single for Sander. This one's shallow fly out to center field, so he's earning his paycheck today. Back-to-back outs recorded, and now it is 2 down.
Forget about that.
hit by pitch. Mendenhall, one of our other Player of the Year quarterfinalists, so congratulations to him as well. A couple of years removed, our Player of the Year, Kyler Proctor, originally went to Oklahoma State University and then recently transferred to Austin Peay, where he will join Logan, I want to call him Logan Bumgarner, Cody Arrington, who likewise left Cali, so we'll have a couple of local boys from Silo and Tupelo both playing down in Tennessee. Austin Peay and head coach Roland Fanning is doing an outstanding job assembling a roster there. I do my best to stay in touch with all of our winners to continue to offer advice if needed, just moral support generally. Let them know that I still think about them. Happy to see them living their life and doing what it takes to build a legacy and or find fulfillment and success in life. Congratulations to the 4 players that we've mentioned here today. All state quarterfinalists for Class 2A top 20 players. We will not rank from 1 through 20 until season is over. Oh, he got him by a country mile. Wow. 2-6 toss out at second base. We'll score through 1-0-0. But at the top of the second inning, the Pirates coming up to bat. You're watching PNT. Had their moments in the first. They loaded them up, however, hit into a double play to end the top section. We continue to have issues with the scoreboard. At one point during one game, we were 2.5 innings behind. Now we're going to be an inning plus here, so we will be top of the second. I don't know if you can see the scoreboard on the encoder panel. We've got everything but top, bottom, second. It's just showing top of the first still, however, we are in the top of the second. I'd like to thank Nick Cody from the Rattan Booster Club leaving his tent here. Gives us an opportunity to set up in behind home plate. Earlier games, it was just too hot right in behind home. Able to see the screens, can barely even get the buttons in view, the hit for the highlights, and the heat shut it off. We do have a cooler system for the camera. However, with the direct heat metal and concrete, it was well over 100 plus degrees in behind the back of the dugout. It was very, very hot earlier today. Not that the temperatures change much, but with the sun shading the sections now here with some shade, it's much better. So hopefully we'll be here for the remainder of the tournament so you can get a little bit better angle. I apologize for the double close. He bobbles it, but will recover, so it'll be a free unassist tag at first. And we are recorded by the Rebels. Wallops it to center. Correction, second base, fires over 4-3 down, got 2 down. Well, a much better top second for Silo. Also not replicating the magic of the first inning when they loaded him up. Fast-paced game. Out of the 3, this is our 3rd broadcast today. So far, other games, man, we already had 2, 3, 4, 5 runs on the board by this time. So stark contrast to the pitching matchup. In for the strike. Just unable to get anybody on. At the bottom of the second inning, it'll be the Rebels coming up to bat. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage of the 2024 Rattan Ram Fall Baseball Classic. As is the case in the spring, it is the final regular season tournament for invitational play before district playoffs begin. Rattan will be a district host next week. I would anticipate them picking up play-in games in and around even regionals. It's not atypical for teams to continue to play even after they host district and regional tournaments. However, most of the teams week of state usually start picking up those games. So Rattan may very well have another 6 to 9 games before they start the potential push for state playoffs. Ranked number 1 earlier in the season, they had a really rough week where they lost 3 games in a row. Seem to have righted the ship now. They tweaked some starting lineup spots in the batting order. Ben Ellis had fallen to about 280 hitting. He had a monster day today along with Cooper Johnson. Cooper had a 3 RBI home run, a 2 RBI triple, an RBI single, and other than that, he didn't do much. And likewise with a solo home run. 2 RBI, single and double, so both of them going 3 for 3. Very impressive performance by Rattan against a very good Stewart team in Class B that just did not play the best I've seen them play. They'll have an opportunity tomorrow, and it should and could very well be an all-Class B punch-out day. So far, Tupelo and Stewart on the loser side of the bracket, fifth place games on Saturday. In for the strike. All the way to the wall. Deep shot ball just wasn't quite high enough to clear. In case anybody's wondering, it counts as a ground rule double. If it hits the scoreboard, it's a home run. If it hits the green part, if it's a highlighted dead ball. However, if it clears any part of the fence or roof, it is a home run. Spot that it can one hop is right over here in the far corner. If it slices over that little short wall of the double, it hits right in below, in effect above those banners along the back wall. We got a couple of those earlier today. As long as it stays in play, they'll continue to play out. Beautiful shot out to center field. That was going to roll the ball. He's going to have a stand-up double, and the Rebels will have an upper. He slides in and stops. All right, Rebels rolling here in the bottom of the second. So split the difference. Runners on the corners for Silo now. They will have the opportunity to take an early lead here. One down, bottom of the first. 0-0 score remains. Shortstop E6 runs scores. Otherwise, that would have been an RBI single. Just a reminder, final game of the day will feature Batiste versus Ride City. That should start at approximately 6 p.m. I'd like to thank our premier sponsors for this week's tournament. They have made it possible that Prep Nation can broadcast all 11 games, cover all 8 teams, and make video highlights available for each and every team in play for the tournament this year. Battles Forestry and Double J Construction. It's a 3-hour drive one way from where I live, so it is not an easy tournament. But these two gentlemen's generosity has made it possible to be able to cover every game, as we like to do for our invitational tournaments. Just off the mark, looking to be a pretty decent pitch, but just missing the plate. Very fast-moving pitch cadence now. He's just popping them out. Being on the Cowboy Mizzou. All right, bases loaded walk. Rebels now threatening to bust open this game at the bottom of the second. Gets him at home plate. So both teams with the tag out at home to save otherwise a 1-1 ball game. So we'll have a courtesy runner at first due to the Gilbert's choice tag, 2 out.
Oh, I got you. There ain't no blocking the ball.
Did he get the catch? They're going to say yes, he did. So the fly out to left field. It's a 1-0 lead through 2 innings of play. Right at the top of the 3rd inning, it'll be the Pirates coming up to bat. You're watching PNTV. Fires it over to the shortstop. He'll stop, fire, and throw. Gets it a 6-3 ground out. It is 1 down. Hard to defend against that. Just hit absolutely perfectly on point to the shortstop. Swing and a miss. Thanks a lot to stay alive. Pitch count for the Rebels here, looking to get back and even now up 2-2 low in the dirt. Looking to get back on the batter's spot. They have really just had some opportunities, each team, to make this a much different looking game. Silo straightens 2, straightens 3, strikeout there. At least we have a 2-1 game, 3-2, something kind of along those lines. As is, we just have a 1-0 narrow lead for Silo. Game earlier today, Tupelo lost 8-0 against Worcester, but had 5 or 6 base runners left. They didn't even reach third until basically the game was running away from the run rule. And unfortunately for them, too little, too late. Kept getting tagged out in first or second. 6-3 ground out again. Moss unable to play or get a base runner on. We're at the bottom of the third with the Rebels once again coming up to bat. You're watching PNTV. Sound in the background, and if you do, I'll apologize, but it is a much-needed breeze. Very warm on the field, right in behind home plate, especially hot with all of the metal and the concrete. I expect it today to be about 95 degrees. The field temperature probably bumping closer to about 98 or so. Especially thankful to Nick Cody for leaving the tent here, so at the very least we can try to get most of our games from this spot. This is about the best place on the field to get you relatively the best view possible. We are working with some mount cameras to be able to get through the netting and get on the field. However, we can get on the field all day long. But what we forgot about if it is excessively hot, then it shuts off the batteries on the cameras. And it makes it very aggravating for people trying to watch. I myself don't necessarily like seeing metal or chain link or mesh squares either, but at least you don't have to do holes in the field. Worst case, I found a spot that should work for after 1 games, 2, 3, and 4. At least for today and tomorrow, get them for Saturday weekend. Side up the corner, pitch is called ball. Hey! That's right. One hops it to the second baseman, E4. Base runner now on for Silo in back-to-back innings. spotted that one, unable to get it, just goes underneath the glove. However, should have had the scoop. Just to glide bend down and frame up. So the Rebels trying to get multiple base runners on again here in back-to-back innings. Oh, this one's good. Oh, another error. E2 throws it all the way down to right field. All the way to third. Pitch count will resume. Runners at the corners once again for Silo. Rebels have a narrow 1-0 lead over Moss. Game 3 action here at the 2024 Bataan Ram Baseball Classic. Covered for the first time ever the Spring Classic. And Bataan absolutely favored to be there again. Their competition, we're looking at them right here on the field. This could potentially be a semifinal matchup tomorrow with Silo versus Bataan. We know Worcester will be awaiting either Batiste or White City. Swing and a miss at 1-2 on the pitch count. I have a very good idea who I think will be in the first third of fifth place games. However, I've been wrong once or twice before. So it'll all come down to who wins tonight. What we do know is that two teams have advanced. Worcester victorious over Tupelo 8-0 through 5. And with Bataan looking very, very sharp, 12-0 in 3 over Stewart. So a tough week for the Hornets. They've lost now back-to-back games against number 1 Silo in Class 2A and then number 2 Bataan in Class A. Stated earlier, we have a new category for Fall Baseball Player and Pitcher of the Year. We announced a preseason watch list, and on the field today will be 18 of our quarterfinalists. You heard me correct, 18 of them with an opportunity to finish as Player or Pitcher of the Year overall and for their respective classes in 2A, A, and B. So lots of good talent, lots of really good ball players, and I'm thrilled and always happy to recognize them and cover them. Bunch of good kids. Rips it out to center, left correction. RBI single, 2-0 lead for the Rebels. Beautiful hit. Drove it. We'll have a courtesy runner at first for the Rebels. So nicely done. The fixture in fall baseball are situational bunts, improved base running so you can steal additional bases, and hitting for cycle. A lot of these kids play baseball 10 months out of the year when they're not in basketball season, which starts late for them because of baseball. They are pretty much on a circuit. Some of these kids, you think I'm joking, they literally play baseball 9 to 10 months out of the year. About the only time that they aren't playing is October through about February, depending upon how their team wraps up the playoffs, and sometimes late October through March when season starts. Fouls it off, so that should even up the pitch count 2 apiece. Rebels runners now first and second. They've doubled up their lead over Moss. 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. Pressure bottom of the third. Gets him high and tight. Going to pop that up. It's going to go foul. Field. It's going to be an RBI single. Plates another run, 3-0 lead for Silo. Have a brief meeting at the mound for head coach and pitcher. We'll pause to let you know 2 games completed, 1 more game coming up. It'll be at approximately 6 p.m. and it'll feature the Batiste Panthers versus the Wright City Lumberjacks. You're watching Prep Nation TV. What could have been for the Pirates in the first, they had the bases loaded, then into a double play, and ended any opportunity to really get the upside on Rebels. Silo has done what they need to do, scoring in back-to-back innings now and expanding their lead. Down the rhythm. That's one thing I've noticed that when he's gone fast. He's more often than not throwing balls. He needs to go ahead and settle a little bit more in his posture, then swing over the leg higher. Does the side lift with the leg and it's parallel. He's throwing high. Kind of leaves it dangling. He's been throwing inside of the low. It's just way too central. So I would loosen the leg a little bit and cock the knee more if it were me, and that should help with the trajectory of the ball. Bases loaded now for Silo. Runners for second and third. Sometimes these mounds, they're really high up, and this one is a tight mound. So you really got to get some leg lift on it. There we go. As you see the correlation, the higher the knee went, the better the placement of the ball. Just off the plate. 1-0 pitch count. There we go. Oh. It's hard. He's throwing high and out, low and down. Last two pitches have been his two best in the last two sequences. Both been called balls, but he's doing the right thing. You have to put it right across the plate to get some momentum here. And now 3-0 count. All right, folks, another unearned run scores on the bases loaded walk, and it is now 4-0 Silo. Another unearned run on the wild throw, make it 5-0. Bases now moving first, second, third, and to home. Loads him back up again, so this will be a pitching change. Second time he's come out. We have a signal to center field, so I believe we know who will be replacing him on the mound. We have now got a 5-0 lead for the Rebels. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage of the 2024 Tan Ram Fall Baseball Classic. This one could be right in play, but it's going to be a sack RBI. So they do get the first out. However, Silo extends the lead 6-0. Runners now first and second, so it gives the replacement pitcher a little bit of breathing room here. He won't have to necessarily worry about an immediate score unless he gives up a deep shot outfield. Stolen base. So now that is the problem. They are in scoring position now for a bunt, wild pitch, another potential sack RBI, or just a single to score. This one's going to be a mirror image except right field instead of center. However, this one is shallow enough that Silo can't tag up, so no sack RBI in the second out, more importantly. Bam. Shot to right field. 2 runs are going to score. Oh, correction. 1 run scores, gets him on the tag out. So we have a 7-0 lead through 3 and a 9-2 toss out at home plate. 7-0 Silo. Well, probably should have been patient and just stayed at third on that one. Bad runners on the corners again, as is. Moss dodges a little bit of a bullet, and it is a huge bottom third for the Rebels. They get 6 plates and just about scored in every way possible other than a home run. Moss will have the work cut out for him as we head to the top of the 4th, watching PNTV. swing and a miss and gets him on the strikeout. One down now. And Moss just unable to get into their groove again. Largely been stymied from the second, third, and now fourth inning by Silo's pitcher. He did have a little bunting moment. Oh, that would have been perfect. Just off the mark. Get the single out to center field, so the base runner back on, first time since the first inning for the Moss Pirates. Able to get the run, so we'll head to the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Silo coming up to bat. They lead 7-0, and they can potentially put this game in our third consecutive run rule should they score a minimum of 3 runs in the bottom of the fourth. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage of the 2024 Tan Ram Baseball Classic. walk puts the runner on for Silo. Snags him on the 4-6, misses the double play. So it's the fielder's choice tag at second. Takes the advanced base runner off the path. Rebels now have one at first. Another courtesy runner looks like coming up for Silo. Wow, pitch. That one was hard, too. It's advanced second and third. Two-zero pitch count will resume. Rebels now getting ever so close to a potential run rule victory here themselves in the bottom of the fourth. We've had a 5-inning and a 3-inning run rule prior. Just a reminder, it's 12 after 3, 10 after 4, and an 8 after 5. It's going to score the run, however, they do get the fielder's choice tag out. So it's 8-0 Silo now. They will need to get potentially the runner at home plate across the path to wrap up this game. Otherwise, Ross would have to score at least a run at the top of the fifth and hold Silo scoreless here in the bottom of the fourth. Ball gets away, and there is the extra run. All right, so Silo now one run away from a victory. All right, so here's the long, short, middle, and between, and everything also. Moss will need 2 runs in the top of the 5th inning, otherwise it'll be a final score. Pirates will have their work cut out for them. Rebels just need 3 outs, and then we'll have a final run rule and be on to the final game of the evening. I said earlier I didn't think there was any way possible that we would get games to start at 12, 2, 4, and 6. And folks, we may have a shot. This one technically started before 4, so that should be duly noted, but it was on time. It was actually early. So it has been a on-point, quick-paced play so far for Day 1 action here in Rattan. It is the annual Fall Classic, the last baseball tournament of the invitational season. For those of you that are unaware, fall baseball only has 37 calendar days at play, so it flies by and is over with really quickly. Pirates up to bat here, top of the 5th inning. You're watching PNTV. Gets him on just the absolute worst way to potentially set you up to fail. He was a dead spot. In other words, not to mean that he's dead, but he was already out before he literally could leave first base the way it worked out. And if you're a base runner, you want the first runner to advance to second. You want the second one to be the one that's out. And instead it happens in reverse. And now Moss 1 out away from the run loss. So just a really tough break here at the top of the 5th. And that is it. K-time, folks. All right, 3 games in the books. Your final scores, Silo 9, Moss 0. Thank you for watching Prep Nation TV coverage of Day 1 action here at Rattan High School. We'll have one final game coming up on our quadruple coverage. It'll feature the Batiste Panthers versus the Wright City Lumberjacks. Final scores, Silo 9, Moss 0. Video highlights coming up in 5 minutes. Well, thank you. I've had a little bit of practice doing this. I first started covering professional boxing back in 1998. And Then I added watch parties and tailgate events and golf tournaments down in Florida when I moved there. And I always dabbled with stats and I stayed connected with boxing. But I loved high school sports, and when my grandmother who raised me as a child got ill, I came back to Oklahoma, and I just didn't leave. I had a bungalow is what they call them down there, but they make them about as small as possible, but as close to the beach as you can get. So for a single guy, it was pretty cool, because I was 25 feet in the ocean. So it was pretty cool.
Where you
But
live
they
now?
were proud of it.
Where you live now?
Based out of Moore. I was born and raised in Duncan. I went to school though at Marlow and Lindsay, and then we moved to Alabama with my dad's work. And so I actually went to school out of Fairhope when I was in high school. So I've been kind of a little bit everywhere.
All right, that's wonderful. You need to.
Well, if I add Texas, Mississippi, and Louisiana, I've hit the whole Gulf. I've done Oklahoma, Alabama, Georgia, Florida.
Wow.
Thank you, folks. I appreciate you.
Well, thank
You were
you
very
for
kind.
listening here. We tried to be quiet.
No, you were awesome.
It's